to always stay curious and to be always open to new ideas, because so much can change in such a quick time. And I think the curiosity is really key, and it helps you to think beyond limits.
Hello, and welcome back to the FI4INN podcast, your platform for exploring innovation, collaboration, and transformative ideas that drive Central Europe forward. I am Petra, and alongside with my colleague Luisa, we will host you. We are thrilled to have you here as we kick off Season 2. This season, we are diving even deeper into the stories and strategies shaping the innovative panorama in Central Europe. From projects to inspiring individuals, we are here to uncover what it takes to foster creativity, overcome challenges, and create impact. For this Season 2, you can expect insightful conversations, expert opinions, and a spotlight on some of the most interesting projects happening across the region. So buckle up, Season 2 is going to be bigger, better, and more exciting than ever. Let's get started. Joining us as our second guest is Christina Tekalec, a social ecologist and self-described curious generalist. Christina is a project manager in the Green Tech Valley Cluster, a dynamic networking organization for green tech companies in southern Austria. She leads the project TopRunner Carinthia 2023+, which helps companies secure funding for external services in sustainability, digitalization, and innovation. These initiatives play a crucial role in guiding Carinthian companies on their strategic journey to become technology leaders.
Hi, welcome, Christina. Thank you for joining us in this FI4INN podcast.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you. And we would like to start knowing a bit more about you, your personal journey, and what inspired you to work in sustainability and green technology.
Yes, I'm glad to share some information. So my name is Christina. I was born in southern Austria, in Carinthia to be more precise. And I then after school I went to Vienna to study political science and social ecology. And through my studies, I gained a really interesting and holistic understanding of sustainability, and also the complicated and entangled relationship between nature and society. And so that's when I first encountered sustainability, this topic. And then after my studies, I went back home to Carinthia, and I pursued working in the field of adult education. So my focus there was more on raising awareness about sustainability on a more individual level. And it was also really interesting insights I could gain there. Yeah, and then my curiosity led me to explore the economic pillar of sustainability. And so as I'm living in southern Austria, we have the green tech scene there is quite represented, and there are quite some companies. And so I got in touch with the green tech scene and found my current job position.
Thank you. And well, you were already mentioning some of the, let's say, milestones or experience that have been leading you to this career. But any pivotal moments that shaped your career in this field?
So first, as I already mentioned, of course, my academic background, I have studying political science and ecology. So we talked a lot about the finite nature of resources and resource use, which is really interesting. But then you have all this knowledge, but then you want to do something. So that's the first driver, I would say. And on a more personal note, as I already mentioned, I grew up in southern Austria, and we are quite privileged here. I would say we are surrounded by beautiful lakes, mountains, and forests. And I would say from a very young age, I have this appreciation for nature and environment. So yeah, that's maybe one little thing an individual can do in order to protect the environment is to work in this field. And yeah, so we are humans, we are dependent on our nature, and we are also part of it. So I would say also this personal thing is a really important driver for me to work in this sustainability field.
Thank you, Christina. Very interesting background. And indeed, we are nature and we should respect it. And going more for your current work at Green Tech Valley, can you please explain us a bit what is the Green Tech Valley and what its core mission, please?
Yep. So the Green Tech Valley is a cluster organization. So we see each other, we see ourselves as an innovation hub for green technology. And we are located in southern Austria. So we operate in the provinces of Carinthia, Styria, and the Burgenland. And we have around 300 cluster partners. So those include companies, but also research organizations. And the aim of the green tech cluster is to drive green transformation, and also, yeah, at the end of the day, to bring together and to connect companies with each other so they can launch new innovative products or services, which are either in the field of climate or circular solutions.
And about key challenges and opportunities. Can you please explain us a bit about some of these challenges and opportunities you face in promoting sustainable innovation through the Green Tech Valley?
We strongly believe in innovation through collaboration. So that means bringing together the right people at the right time for the right idea. And yeah, so this approach highlights the importance of collective efforts for new solutions. And yeah, one key challenge we face, or not just we as a cluster organization, but in general from an economic perspective, is fostering a higher R&D quota, so a research and development quota in companies. And so we see that collaboration is already done and it's essential. However, there is still some work to be done in order to establish this collaborative mindset more broadly. So what I can say about the region I'm operating in. But on the other hand, this challenge represents also an interesting opportunity because, when working with a lot of different companies, one sees a lot of new things, new paradigms. And yeah, so by promoting this collaborative thinking, we aim to inspire new ways of thinking and doing business.
Yes, indeed. Also, to create bridges, we need to build this collaboration between companies. That's very important for your work. And also, um, about the SMEs, how does the Green Tech Valley helps the SMEs transitioning to these green practices? Because nowadays it's very important to have like a sustainability department in the companies. So can you please elaborate a bit about this?
Yep. So the project managers work in the Green Tech Valley, and we organize our work on three core areas. So the first would be networking. We host diverse event formats, for instance, technical roundtables, where a technological problem is in the center, and the idea is to find new solutions. And through this, we either bring together CEOs, R&D professionals, marketing people, but also sustainability managers, so that they can exchange their ideas and also talk about potential solutions. And next to networking, a core value we pursue is innovation. And there's a really interesting program we are now trying to foster more, which is called the Green Tech Summer. So this is a program designed specifically for young people or young entrepreneurs. And this program promotes entrepreneurial spirit by offering specific workshops, coaching, or support. So startups can be built up from scratch, and those startups already have innovative business model ingrained in their DNA, so to say. So innovation and networking is something really helpful for SMEs. And the last would be green growth. So from a business perspective, the companies need to grow, but it should be done through a more sustainable and green way. And how can we pursue this and help SMEs? For instance, we have a tool called the Green Transformation Cards, and those are they provide a quick and effective start for companies that aim at elaborating and building up more climate-friendly business models. So it's like a kickstart where they get impulses on how to build up a more climate-friendly supply chain, or R&D strategies, and also what to think of considering new future markets. So we try to do networking, give information, and show new technological trends. So that's in a nutshell what we do in order to enable more green practices.
Thank you. You mentioned three area, let's say three core aspects: innovation, network, and the greening growth. So the greening aspects. Always looking and in the perspective of an SMEs. So, are there any specific financial schemes or support in terms of financial support or opportunities that Green Tech Valley could offer to SMEs in South Austria?
So considering financial resources, we have a tool called the Green Tech Funding Maps. So this is a map which is an annually updated map, which offers a comprehensive overview of European but also Austrian-wide funding opportunities for companies that are in the green tech scene. So you can imagine there are a lot of different fundings done on the European level and the regional level also, and it's sometimes quite challenging for companies to know where they can go and which funding they can have. So we try to, with this map, give like a navigational tool. And we also offer online courses or online events where we talk also with experts in the funding sector, that they can give like tailored help for companies. And so we look at so we gather information on funding, but so the cluster also has so to say own funding projects, and here we rely on EFRD or JTF funding projects. So for those of you who don't know those abbreviations, the EFRD is the European Fund for Regional Development, and the JTF is the Just Transition Fund. So in a nutshell, this the goal of the European Union is that all regions in the European Union have a comparable economic development. And this fund helps to helps to realize this goal. And we have 3 funding projects in the cluster which work with this funding. So, and through this, we foster company consulting projects. So we provide tailored support to help SMEs to implement those transformative initiatives, and always in alignment with regional but also EU level priorities and tasks.
That's really interesting to know a bit more in deep about how Green Tech Valley is working and supporting the SMEs. And also, we can now maybe go deeper and see what you, Christina, at the Tech Valley, you do. And specifically, you have been working about in a project, and who the name is Green Tech TopRunner Carinthia 2023 plus. Can you explain a bit how does it work and what was the mission and its objectives?
Yeah, for sure. So the TopRunner project is a project or program designed to support SMEs in Carinthia by offering tailored consulting services. And those consulting services are done by external experts, and they help companies advance further in topics like sustainability, digitalization, and innovation. So those are really 3 broad terms, and a lot of different things can be done in those fields considering consulting. And for instance, some projects focus on helping businesses to optimize their processes in order to reduce CO2 emissions, or to find more innovative or circular products. So you need external consultancy in order to do that, or to implement AI in your daily business, for instance, let's say for the web shop as an example, or in order to improve the innovation strategies in the company. For instance, when you think about open innovation or design or project thinking. And the good thing is that the participating companies, they benefit from a customized action plan, and they also get an assessment, so where they can find out their current sustainability or digitalization level. And yeah, the big benefit is that for companies, this is done with a minimal bureaucratic effort, because this is done by our project managers, or in Carinthia, this is done through me, so the bureaucratic effort. And what's also worth mentioning is that this program covers 75% of the costs for the external consultancy, and the programs can range between 10 and 50,000 euros. And yeah, so in a nutshell, this TopRunner project wants to empower Carinthian SMEs in order to innovate more quickly, and also integrate more sustainable practices. And yeah, and at the end of the day, this is then aligned with the EU Green Deal.
Looks like a very interesting program. So congratulations, and I hope you could support a lot of SMEs in Carinthia. And now looking to the future, what do you envision for the future of Green Tech Valley and its role in driving sustainable innovation on a global scale?
So I'd say that the future of green tech lies in addressing emerging challenges, or as we all know. And from what we can see now, there will be a key focus on a topic called future waste management, because just imagine now we're promoting sustainable and renewable energy like photovoltaic, or wind turbines, or electric cars, which have electric batteries. But in 20 years, those technologies may be at the end of their product life. And we need to now already think ahead, what will we do with this future waste? So there is a lot of research done in the topic of future waste. And yeah, it's really highly important to think ahead and also to close those future material loops. And another really important topic, especially in Austria now, is green hydrogen production. And that's why the Green Tech Valley is also supporting an initiative called the Hydrogen Industrial Inland Valley. And yeah, this is also a huge EU project, and the main aim is also to lead more clean energy solutions. So I would say, the future of green tech lies in future waste management and green hydrogen.
You mentioned very interesting points, namely the future waste. And nowadays we have seen a lot of changes in the environment, meaning like you have like these, for example, Los Angeles fires, and then you had the wildfires in Australia, the glacier in the north is melting. So on a more personal note, can you please share with the listeners one message for the future generations about building a sustainable world?
Yeah, thank you for this really nice question, which is also close to my heart. So yeah, on a personal level, what I'm trying to follow in my personal life is to always stay curious and to be always open to new ideas, because so much can change in such a quick time. And I think the curiosity is really key, and it helps you to think beyond limits. And this is not only in the technological scene, but also in every aspect of life. And at the same time, I also believe that one should never underestimate the power of a good networking group or about your peers, because by working with other people, you learn so many new aspects about outlooks about life. So by combining various perspectives, you can really achieve more impact at the end of the day. Yeah, so I would say, there are two magic C's: curiosity and collaboration. And yeah, so you can also, I would also really underline that those two things are really essential when we want to create a more sustainable and peaceful world.
So we finish with the two highlights: curiosity and collaboration. Thank you very much, Christina, for this, and see you next time.
Thank you very much.
This is the FI4INN podcast. Stay tuned for a season